Thank you so much. I'm your brother Secret. The Igbo leadership, the world over, that is the World Igbo Congress, should urgently demand for explanation from Chifa Toeze and from David Umahi, the Minister for Works. We cannot just sit back and pretend there is no problem. Toeze need to explain the meaning of we must support Tinubu before we die. What does that mean? Support Tinubu before we die.
We have this our president Buhari is a Muslim, but God instilled in him to go and look for George, a Christian. Out of 200 million Nigerians, located George. Now show that Tinubu has no boundary. No boundary. If you come to Abuja, you see Wike is Igbo man. You see Umahi is Igbo man, minister. Everywhere, no boundary. All the type of people we want to lead Nigeria. After 80 years, Nigeria will change. It started changing. Now I beg everybody to support him before we die.
Umahi said P2B puts the Igbo race into trouble and will not fight for them. When they are in trouble, he will not fight for them. We need Umahi to explain what the personal opinion of P2B, how Igbos are suffering because of P2B, and P2B is not fighting for them.
When you bring judgment, when you condemn people, you bring judgment upon yourself. And that's what he has done. And I think he's inciting some of the Southeast people that are not well informed. He's inciting them, and he gets them into trouble, and he doesn't go to fight for them. Wisdom is...
We must ask these men to explain. The time has come for people to know the Igbo race is too big. Even for a nation, Nigeria, the Igbo race is too big. No people group can talk down on the Igbo race. We have come a long way. We have seen so many things. We have seen war. And the God of heaven kept us alive. We have come a long way. Obasanjo was surprised how in less than 40 years the Igbo race were able to raise their head. Of all the effort made to impoverish the Igbo race, to put us into psychological prison, everything failed. Obasanjo was worried how these people were able to raise their head within 40 years. To the point they were able to produce Alex Ekweme as vice president. The civil war was not just between Ndi Igbo, Biafra, or Nigerian people. We know the organized enemy that we fought is far beyond Nigeria. What we are saying in effect is that we cannot be intimidated. We do not live in fear. By the grace of God, the Igbo race cannot be threatened by any group of people. This nonsense talk of putting the Igbo race into trouble and will not fight for them, Umahi must explain it. This talk of support Tinubu before we die, Chifa Toese should explain it. We're already aware of the Cold War program against the Igbo race. If not recovering Abuja master plan, it will be that of Lagos. It will be Lagos-Calabar Coastal Road. Properties, investment of the Igbo race are going down just before our watch. Daily. Buildings, investments going down. Whether in Abuja, Lagos, or whatever. Policies that will impoverish the Igbo man is in place. We are aware of it. Southeast is under military siege. Checkpoints everywhere that frustrate ease of doing business. The seaports in eastern Nigeria, they are not working. We are aware of all this. Investors who want to invest in Southeast, factors are on ground to discourage them. We know all this. We know what our youths are passing through. Under the guise of fighting IPOB or ESN or whatever, we know what our youths are passing through. We know what happens to Igbo communities if a single soldier is attacked in Southeast. That which happened in the North every now and then, and no village is destroyed. If anybody, whether a terrorist or bandit, enter Southeast and attack the military, the community where that happened is in trouble. We know all this. But we cannot dismiss with a wave of hand the statement made by Atoese: support Tinubu before we die. What will even necessitate such statement from Chief Atoese as a friend of Tinubu? Is it that the man is in possession of privileged information? That's why all the who is who should challenge Chief Atoese to explain, give us more information. We know the lawmakers everywhere, people are being manipulated to stand singing on your mandate we shall stand. But you know, no matter what, not the Igbo race. We are too big for that. God has lifted us up far beyond such petty, gutter, area boy politics. We have gone far beyond that. Chief Atoese should explain. Support Tinubu before we die. What is the meaning of that? Let us not just feel unconcerned. We must at all time try to find out where the night snake puts its head. Bible says, who is blind but my servant, deaf as my messenger, seeing many things but pays no attention. We must carefully observe events and circumstances playing out in our land, in our country, Nigeria. It's so important. Let me plead with you to share this video and subscribe this channel, be part of what God is doing. It's for the common good of all.